everyone. In the absence of our back chairperson, I will be presiding over today's proceedings. So today is July 23, 2026, and we are gathered to conduct the pre-bid conference for the procurement of 4 civil works projects. So before we begin, let us ask first the guidance of our Lord through a short prayer.
Lord, as we begin today, we ask a freshness of your Spirit, that out of confused issues may come simplicity of plan, that out of fear may come confidence, that out of hurry may come deliberation, that out of frustration may come guidance. Let us get to our work, not head first, but heart first. May we be able to disagree without being disagreeable, to differ without being difficult, to be honest without tension, and frank without offense, in an atmosphere of team spirit. Amen.
To officially acknowledge the presence of all attendees, may I request Engineer Gaya Karen Ferrer to please read the attendance for today's pre-bid conference.
Here are the list of attendance for the pre-bid conference. Engineer Michael L. Nakilale, back member. Engineer Mary Ann May Amyo, back provisional member. Engineer Asuncion Lima Odion, back DPWH head. Engineer Team Brgy Hernandez, end user representative. Engineer Lea Jose, back vice chairperson. And yours truly, back member. That's all back vice chairperson.
Thank you, Engineer Karen. So for the record, out of the 7 Bs and Ors committee members, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, so we are 5 members are present today, therefore we have a quorum. I officially call this pre-bid conference properly to order. We shall now proceed with the presentation of the civil works projects. So, Chief Michael, please present the project details for contract ID 25CA0088.
For contract ID number 25CA0088, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multi-Purpose Building, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multi-Purpose Building, Covered Court, Barangay, Bagong, Paraiso, Orani, Bataan, with approved budget of the contract of 7,919,999 pesos and 71 centavos. Project location, Orani, Bataan. Scope of work, completion of covered court with stage and bleachers. Construction of PWD and Senior Citizens Office with contract duration of 150 calendar days. Required pickup license category of CND for small bid. Issuance of bidding documents July 15, 2026 to August 4, 2026 until 10 a.m. Bidding documents fee 10,000. Major category of work, buildings construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. The minimum work experience for key personnel are the following: 1 project manager with 2 years general and relevant experience, 1 project engineer with 1 year and 1 year for general and relevant experience, 1 materials engineer not accredited, 1 construction foreman with 1 year general and relevant experience, 1 safety officer 2. For the minimum major equipment required are the following: low bed trailer 1 unit, backhoe 1 unit, dump truck with 12 cubic yards capacity 2 units, blade compactor 1 unit, bar cutter single phase 1 unit, bar bender 3 phase 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer 1 unit, welding machine 2 units, grinding machine and accessories 2 units, cutting outfit 2 units, Truck mounted crane, 21 to 25 metric ton capacity, 1 unit. Pressure washer, 1 unit.
Okay, thank you po, Mike. Engineer Leah Karen, please present contract ID number 2068-0018.
For contract ID number 2068-0088, Convergence and Special Support Program, Special Road Fund Motor Vehicle Users Charge, MVUC, as per RA 11239, construction of pedestrian overpass at Roman Expressway, kilometer 107 plus 967, with approved budget for the contract of 26,195,399 pesos and 97 centavos. Location, Orani, Bataan. Scope of work, construction of pedestrian overpass. The contract duration is 210 calendar days. The required pickup license is category of C&D for small wheel. The issuance of bidding documents is on July 15, 2026 to August 4, 2026 until 10 a.m. Bidding documents fee is 25,000. The major category of work, for major category, bridges, construction, steel superstructure without piles. And for similar category, bridges, construction, steel superstructure with driven piles. Bridges, construction, steel superstructure with cast-in-place piles. Bridges, retrofitting steel superstructure without piles. Bridges, retrofitting steel superstructure with driven piles. And bridges, retrofitting steel superstructure with cast-in place. And for the minimum work experience for the key personnel are the following: 1 project manager, 2 years for general and relevant experience; 1 project engineer, 1 year for general and relevant experience; 1 materials engineer, must be accredited; 1 construction foreman, 1 year for general and relevant experience; and 1 safety officer 2 for general and relevant experience. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: backhoe with a capacity of 0.80 cubic meter, 1 unit; dump truck with a capacity of 12 cubic yard, 2 units; plate compactor, 1 unit; 1 bagger mixer with a capacity of 46 cubic, 1 unit; bar cutter, single phase, 1 unit; bar bender, 3 phase, 1 unit; welding machine, 2 units; grinding machine and accessories, 2 units; cutting outfit, 2 units; truck mounted crane with a capacity of 21 to 25 metric ton, 1 unit; low bed trailer, 60 metric ton capacity, 1 unit; backhoe with breaker, 0.80 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit; asphalt distributor, 1 unit; power broom, 1 unit; asphalt paper, 1 unit; pneumatic tire roller, 1 unit; tandem seat roller, 1 unit; cargo truck or service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, 1 unit; applicator machine, 1 unit; milling machine, 1 unit; coal mining machine, 211 horsepower capacity, 1 unit; concrete vibrator, 1 unit; roller crane, 36 to 40 metric ton capacity, 1 unit; payloader, 1 unit; water truck or water pump, 16,000 liters capacity, 1 unit.
Thank you, Engineer Karen. Engineer Don, please present contract ID number 2868-0089.
For contract ID number 2068-0089, Basic Infrastructure Program, access roads and bridges from the national roads leading to major strategic public buildings facilities. Construction of road from Mang Juan Subdivision to Juan Highway at Barangay Capitangan, Abucay, with an approved budget for the contract of 49,499,997 pesos and 34 centavos. Location, Abucay, Bataan. Scope of work, construction of concrete road with drainage and grouted riprap. Contract duration, 300 calendar days. Required legal license, category of B for medium A. Issuance of bidding documents, July 15, 2026 to August 4, 2026 until 10 a.m. Bidding documents fee of 25,000. Major category of work, roads, PCCP. For the minimum work experience for the key personnel are the following. 1 project manager with 2 years relevant and general experience. 1 project engineer with 1 year general and relevant experience. 1 materials engineer must be accredited. 1 foreman, 1 year for general and relevant experience. And 1 safety officer 2. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Low bed trailer with prime mover, 1 unit. Payloader with 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit. Dump truck, 12 cubic yard capacity, 2 units. Concrete saw, 1 unit. Bulldozer, 1 unit. Backhoe with 0.80 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit. Motorized road grader, 1 unit. Vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, 1 unit. Water truck or pump, 16,000 liters capacity, 1 unit. Joint sealer, 1 unit. Concrete vibrator, 2 units. Concrete spreader with 5.5 horsepower capacity, 1 unit. Bar cutter with 25 mm maximum river diameter, 1 unit, single phase. 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit. Bar bender, 3 phase, 1 unit. Barricade flusher light, 29 units. Two-way radio, 2 units. Cargo truck with 9 to 10 metric ton capacity, 1 unit. Bar cutter, 3 phase, 1 unit. 4x2 pick-up, 5-seater, 1 unit. Chainsaw, 1 unit. Cutting outfit, 1 unit. Applicator machine, 1 unit. Kneading machine, 1 unit. Cargo truck or service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, 1 unit.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Son. Engineer King, please present contract ID number 26CA0090.
For contract ID number 26CA0090, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Building, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Juan Cruz Senior, Hermosa, Bataan. With an ABC of 24,749,999 pesos and 12 centavos. Location, Hermosa, Bataan. Scope of work, construction of covered court. Contract duration, 210 calendar days. Required pickup license, category of CMB for small B. Issuance of bidding documents, July 15, 2026 to August 4, 2026 until 10 a.m. Bidding documents fee, 25,000 pesos. Major category of work, buildings, construction without pipes, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the minimum work experience for the key personnel in the following. 1 project manager, 2 years for general and relevant experience. 1 project engineer, 1 year for general and relevant experience. 1 materials engineer, accredited for general and relevant experience. 1 construction foreman, 1 year for general and relevant experience. 1 safety officer 2 for general and relevant experience. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity, 2 units. Truck mounted crane, 1 unit. Low-bed trailer, 1 unit. Backhoe with 0.8 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit. Plate compactor with 5 horsepower capacity, 1 unit. Concrete mixer, 1 unit. Bar cutter, single phase, 1 unit. Bar bender, 3 phase, 1 unit. Drilling rig, 1 unit. Crawler crane, 41 to 45 metric ton, 1 unit. Crawler crane with 21 to 25 metric ton capacity, 1 unit. Payloader with 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit. Generator set with 300 kilowatt capacity, 1 unit. Betolite bin, 1 unit. Bentonite mixer, 1 unit. Water pump, 1 unit. Water truck or pump with 16,000 liter capacity, 1 unit. Welding machine, 1 unit. Cutting outfit, 1 unit. Tremie pipe set, 1 unit. SPT and descending machine, 1 unit. Portable breaker, 1 unit. Air compressor, portable, 1 unit. Lighting system, tower lights, 1 unit. Truck mounted crane, 41 to 45 metric ton capacity, 1 unit. Vibro hammer with hydraulic power pack, 1 unit. Welding machine, 1 unit.
Thank you, Engineer King. Engineer Mary Ann, please proceed to read the other important instructions, reminders, and bidding information displayed on the screen.
Contractors, applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works Application, CWA, at the DPWH Procurement Service, 5th floor, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area. While those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to bid on the project will be determined using the DPWH contract profile eligibility process and subject to further post-qualification. Information on registration can be obtained from the PRS during working weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or at the DPWH website www.dpwh.gov.ph. The contractor shall be awarded to the lowest calculated responsive bid in accordance with Section 61 of RA 12009 and its IRR. The DPWH Bataan First District Engineering Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Bidders should have completed within 10 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders, or ITB. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedure using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR of RA number 12009. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorships, partnerships, or organizations within at least 16% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines, and to citizens or organizations of a country, the law or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA number 55183. Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Bataan First District Engineering Office and inspect the bidding documents at Procurement Unit Back Office during weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on July 15 to August 4, 2026 until 10 a.m. from the address given below and upon payment of the applicable fee for bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the DPWH. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement Service, or PhilDEPS, and the website of the procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of your bids. Bids must be duly received by the Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat through manual submission at the address indicated below, or online or electronic submission through the electronic bidding facility of the PhilJEBs, www.philjeps.gov.ph, on or before August 4, 2026 until 10 a.m. Late bid shall not be accepted. Documents comprising the bid, technical and financial component. The first bid envelope shall contain the following technical documents, including the eligibility documents. Letter A, PhilJEB Certificate of Registration, Platinum Membership in accordance with Section 20 of the IRF. Letter B, pickup license and registration in case of joint venture. C, statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. D, statement of the bidder's SLCC in accordance with ITB Clause 5.5. The SLCC shall be supported by an owner certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CPES or a similar performance and monitoring system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. E, NFCC completion in accordance with ITB Clause 5.6. F, joint venture agreement if applicable. G, bid security in the prescribed form and amount in accordance with ITB Clause 16 and validity period under ITB Clause 15. Project requirements which shall include the following. I, organizational chart of the personnel to be organizational chart of the personnel to be employed for the procurement project to be bid. 2, list of contractors personnel, sample project manager, project engineers, materials engineer, and foreman to be assigned to the procurement project to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. These personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the BDS. 3, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, which must meet the minimum requirements for the contract set in the BDS. And 4, omnibus sworn statement in accordance with Section 54.3 of the IRR. The second bid envelope shall contain the financial bid form, which include the bid prices and the bill of quantities in accordance with ITB Clauses 13.1. All bids must be accompanied by bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16.1. Bid opening shall be on August 4, 2026 at 10 a.m. at the bidding room, DPWH Bataan First, Roman Expressway, Mulawin, Orani, Bataan, and or via website https://www.youtube.com/DPWH Bataan First. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidders and representatives who choose to attend at the address above and live stream on the YouTube channel. All bids shall be accompanied by a sworn statement of no relation as required by Section 81 of the IRR of RA 12009, declaring that the bidder and its board partner officers is not related by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree to the head of the procuring entity, members of the BAC, PWG, BAC Secretariat, the head of the PMO or end user unit, project consultant or procurement agent of the procuring entity. In addition, bidders shall submit a disclosure of beneficial ownership in accordance with Section 82 of the IRR of RA 12009. For further information, please refer to Engineer Luisa D. Erling Tab, Head Procurement Unit, DPWH Bataan First CEO, Roman Expressway, Malawi, Orani, Bataan, where you may visit the following website. For downloading of bidding documents, www.dpwh.gov.ph or www.fieldjudge.gov.ph. For online or electronic bid submission, electronic bids _Bataan First, bataan1@dpwh.gov.ph.
Thank you, Engineer Marian. So before we end up the credit conference, allow us to correct first one important detail in our presentation to avoid conflict or confusion on our posted document. So let us go back to contract ID number 260089. Under major category of work, Engineer Karen, please read. Still, siya sa kapitbahay.
Construction, tapos flash.
Hindi naman ang roads muna.
Oops.
Tapos, solo. Tapos, PCCP. PCCP. Construction dash. Construction. Construction.
Please be reminded po that all the details presented on our screen are also officially posted and can be reviewed in our invitation to bid and instruction to bidders. We advise all prospective bidders to take note of these details, especially the mandatory, eligibility, technical, and financial documents required for submission. Should there be any adjustments, amendments, or corrections regarding the technical specifications, plans, or our posted schedules, the committee will issue an official supplemental bid bulletin. So are there any questions or clarifications? Hearing none, this pre-bid conference is now officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.